What's up, everyone? Back here with another comic book review, another Rob Liefeld comic book review. Rob the Man Liefeld. I'm a big Rob Liefeld fan. Clearly a lot of people are. All of his comics were selling like hotcakes back in the 90s, but you know what? I think his art just kept getting better, and I think his pencils have never looked more refined. He is the man. Really cool cover. Does the inside art too. Does the story of this comic. Script by David Gallagher. So pretty cool. This is my first time in a long time since I was a kid, and I got like my last Sonic the Hedgehog comic from Archie. This is by Archie Comics. This is the Mighty Crusaders one-shot featuring the Shield. I've never heard of the Mighty Crusaders. I've never heard of the Shield. I follow Rob Liefeld on Instagram, and he posted this, and it's like, hey, my comic is coming out this Wednesday. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get that. I love Rob Liefeld. So that's what I did. And you know what? It didn't disappoint. It was just very simple, no commitment, something I didn't know was coming out. And I got while I was at the comic book store, and I'm incredibly happy with it. So what you're getting with this review is a spoiler review and a totally vanilla opinion of someone who's never heard of these characters, of this comic book universe, if that's what it is. Maybe it's building toward something else, but I was pretty much just in it for the Liefeld. So yeah, he's working with the scriptwriter David Gallagher this time, even though like he got this over here, just ready on hand, Deadpool Bad Blood. So with this he had Chris Sims and Chad Bowers help him with the script. I know Bowers followed him on to his current project, Snake Eyes Deadgame, to help write the script. So he likes to work with the same people usually. Like for this, Romulo Fajardo Jr., I'm pretty sure he does a lot of the colors for Rob Liefeld's current work. But with this one here, for this comic, a lot of names I don't recognize. So that's pretty cool. You know, Rob Liefeld clearly likes this character, the Shield, believes in the character enough to just come on over to Archie Comics and make this sweet one-shot of him. So I'm pretty much just going to brush through this story. I'm just going to show you the reasons why we all probably got it, which is some classic Rob Liefeld fun, some of that Liefeld energy. Get this cool, hero shot of all these characters making up this universe. I'm guessing they're the Mighty Crusaders. And you know what? All these characters look lame to me. Very generic. I think this chick here, Fly Girl, she looks all right. I think that's a salvageable design. That's clearly Black Panther. You know, I think this guy Comet, he was cool at first, but I'm like, he's got a big arrow on him. But you know what? It's like, this is going to be the cheesy Mighty Crusaders universe. And, you know, it's like, who better to introduce me to them than Rob Liefeld? Like, look at this. That's a layup for Rob Liefeld. He's just going to draw them all standing there, all pretty much making the same poses. No big deal. And you got her. Reading Snake Eyes Deadgame lately, I thought that was Scarlet. You pretty much just put Scarlet in a cool new skin, new costume, or whatever. No, but this is the current Shield, Victoria Adams. But then I'm kind of confused because I don't know the background on any of this. This is Joe Higgins. He is this story's the Shield, and I think the classic Shield is just sitting on a very uncomfortable looking couch or a sofa, and then he just gets ambushed by these random bad guys. It's completely out of the blue, makes no sense. I have no idea what's happening, and I could care less. Guy just says, I know, by the order of the Burning Hand, surrender the armor. And the Shield says back to him, well, since you asked so nicely, the answer is no. Thwack. And it's like, this is already fun. This is great. Great stuff. Of course, we get the Shield flying through the air, mid-air punching him. He just starts wrecking the dudes. Shield has this armor. It's bulletproof. It enhances his agility, his strength, his endurance, and starts taking these guys out. And not getting a whole lot of his character. He gets some of his thought bubbles. He's saying things to these guys like that he's indestructible, but he's admitting in his own thoughts that that's not quite true. So this guy's very self-aware of his limitations, and that's good. You know, like Harry Callahan says in the second Dirty Harry movie, man's got to know his limitations. He's throwing these guys at each other. You know, yeah, this is following basic Rob Liefeld 101, which is always be flying through the air. That is a rule for fun and adventure. Oh my gosh, I just noticed you can see that, guys. eyeball right there. He's just like, just in complete shock. He's in complete surprise and awe of getting beaten senseless by the shield. Thok. That is just good sound effects. You know, flying through the air, that sort of stuff. Landing on the ground, landing on him. Jumps all the way up to this helicopter, takes out the helicopter, no problem. It's just moving right along. And then bam, you get this awesome, like this picture looks different. It looks like it was colored differently, inked differently. It looks like it was potentially going to be the cover to another issue or maybe a variant cover. But then they put it in the issue. Like, look at the difference. You could just see all these stuff. It's very standard interior art, and then bam, you get this amazing piece right here. That's just awesome. Look how cool he looks right there. And it goes back to this stuff. Shield gets approached by someone. He's a total Boy Scout picking up these rifles and going, don't want to leave this litter around. I mean, it's just very funny. He's very self-aware. And then cliffhanger ending. Kind of weird perspective shot. It's like, I thought she was like a giant compared to this dude, but he's just standing far away, I think. But you probably should be like higher up then. It looks like they're standing on the same ground, but she's like 3 feet taller than him. Maybe she actually is a giant. I don't know. I don't know these characters. But then I guess her and the other Crusaders are going to actually go after the Shield to kill him. So I don't know what this is leading up to. I don't know what awesome end game Archie Comics is planning. But you got here the other covers, the cover gallery to the Shield. I like it when they include the cover gallery when there's a bunch of covers to it. There's the other Rob Liefeld cover, really cool looking. It's got other characters on that one. Dang, maybe I should have got that one. But yeah, didn't put much thought into his comic I wasn't expecting to get, so I just got the standard. But the other cover that's really cool is this awesome Jerry Ordway, comics legend Jerry Ordway cover. That just looks like a classic. So then that's the end of that comic. You get kind of like a synopsis of who the Shield is, but nothing really indicating what this is leading up to. But this is just fun, $4, $3.99 for a standard 20-page story. It moved right along. It didn't take me long to read it all. The paper was kind of cheap. Like, I could feel the pages creasing. Lots of heavy inking on cheap paper. It's like, oh, I don't want to rub the ink off. I don't know if it's that cheap. That's Marvel level cheap. But I don't want to crease the pages just from holding it from the natural oils in my fingers. But it was a fun comic. It was just Rob Liefeld, fun. It was just pretty much an action issue, watching the Shield beat a bunch of dudes senseless. So it was just fun because it's very energetic and very fun, well-paced, flying through the air. The kind of stuff that made Rob Liefeld such a superstar in the 90s. I swear, he's the Kurt Cobain of comics. He really is. So yeah, please comment below. Tell me what you think of the Shield. Start a conversation with me. Don't ever forget that this may be a random generic superhero I never heard of, but still better than the manga. Still better than what Japanese comics, if you can call them, can pump out. Because you know what? Comic books are the pinnacle of creative storytelling. It begins and ends with the comics. So thank you very much for checking out this video, and I will talk to you later.